Remember in grade 12, I ended up being one of the 12 people who were representing South Africa in the UK. I had done what is called the International Science Olympiad, so I was one of the leading students in that time, 1980. And so I left South Africa saying, I remember there was an interview with Daily Dispatch saying that I'm going to be a doctor. I came back.
How old were you when you left?
I was 15. I was 15. I came back being very clear that medicine should not be the profession that I go for. I was exposed to a lot of different careers there that I was never aware of. And I came back knowing clear that I must do mechanical engineering.
How much time did you spend outside of the country?
It was 2 weeks, only 2 weeks. 2 weeks that made a big difference in my life. Exposed to, looking, in South Africa, all you know is, black is poverty, and, there you start to see, the poverty is not just about anybody can be poor, You start to see all of these things that are happening, how people are being treated there, and you start to see now clearly there's a huge problem that we're having here in our country. So those are some of the lessons that I got out of that.
You've worked in senior positions in big companies such as Microsoft, IBM, MTN, and now you are the CEO of Altron. Just briefly share with us some of the life-changing experiences you've had in corporate life.
You look at where I am now in Altron, when I joined the company 3 years ago, there was no women in senior leadership role at a group level. Now we've got 3 women, very senior women, all capable. Why? Because for me, diversity, like I was talking to you about inclusion, diversity is so important. We need different views. If we're tackling all of these different challenges that we're facing as companies, we need different perspectives. Women bring those perspectives. Different races bring those different perspectives. Different age groups bring those perspectives. That's what I encourage. It's a deliberate thing that I do. Everywhere I go, I make sure that I you won't find as part of my team a team of all Xhosas. You'll never find that with me. You'll never find a team of all men. You need these different perspectives to bring those angles into, because we're trying to find solutions to customer problems. These people bring those perspectives, and it helps the company to be competitive. And that's the key. You need to be better than your competitors.
You're an engineer by trade. We are constantly plunged into what's become known as load shedding in South Africa. We're going through it right this very moment. We're speaking to you. Have you ever considered working for Eskom? Have you ever considered leading Eskom?
From a timing perspective, it would not be a good place. If it were in 3 years' time, I've been offered the Eskom job, for example, I would take it. Because I would have achieved some of the things that I would like us to achieve as a company here, and I would take that project.
You're confident that if given the opportunity, you actually would turn it around?
I'm saying whether it's Eskom or any entity, there are certain ways to go about turning around companies, and those ways work all the time. So I'm confident about the methodologies that one uses in turning around companies.
You wrote a book whose title is Betting on a Ducky. Why did you choose to name your book in that way?
Look, the word ducky is used by black people where they talk about themselves, but it's also used in a derogatory way, So for me, it's really taking it back from those people that are using it a wrong way, and saying we don't want to be defined by you. I'm associating this word to excellence. I'm associating it to good governance. I'm associating to hard works, to ethics, exactly the opposite of what they're trying to do. If you look at the story of my life and millions of other black people that nobody is talking about, these are hard-working people that are out there, and we need to be defined around that. So I'm claiming that thing back, that word.
Mr. Nyati, it's been a pleasure talking to you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.